Hello, and we are, oh, I don't know why it says section 3. That was very silly of me. It should just say chapter 6, study guide part 1. We're going to be on page 252, 253 of your book. Just like last chapter, I'm going to be going through this study guide today with questions and answers. At any time during this video, you might want to pause and write the answers down, and feel free to do that because I only have 15 minutes, so I'm going to be moving a little bit quickly. So this is broken up into 3 sections: energy, sound energy, and light energy. So the first section we're talking about talks about potential and kinetic energy. So question 1 is: a book sits on a shelf high above the floor. What kind of energy does the book have? So the book, shelf, high above the floor. The book has potential or gravitational energy, gravitational potential energy. Remember, we talked about potential energy could even be how far away you are from the Earth. The higher you are, the more potential energy you have. So a high shelf has potential energy. It's not moving, so it's not kinetic. Question 2 says a cat is chasing a mouse. Both are running at the same speed. Do they have the same amount of kinetic energy? Explain. This was a question you had on your homework a couple weeks ago in a different format, but the same gist is correct. So the cat and the mouse have different amounts of kinetic energy. Because the cat has more mass, the cat has more kinetic energy, even if they're moving at the same speed. But the cat has more mass, so the cat has more kinetic energy. Okay, question 3 is multiple choice. When a student slides down from the top of a water slide, A, her kinetic energy becomes potential, B, her potential energy becomes kinetic, C, her total energy doubles. Which option do you think is correct? Yeah, her potential energy becomes kinetic. So she has gravitational potential energy, and then she moves, taking that potential energy and turning it into kinetic energy. What is mechanical energy? Is question 4. Mechanical energy is the total kinetic and potential energy of an object. So the total kinetic and potential energy of an object is mechanical energy. All right, we are now moving on to lesson 2, sound energy. And we have some true or false questions. So let's look at this first one. When you speak, the sound of your voice only travels forward. Is that true or false? It is false. It doesn't just travel straight forward. If it did, the person next to you, not in front of you, couldn't hear you. And so it travels out. The second one, it says sound cannot be heard underwater. Is that true or false? Can we hear sound underwater? False. Sound can be heard underwater because as long as there is something there for the sound to travel through or vibrate through, it can be heard. All right, and the last one, the pitch of a whistle is higher than the pitch of a drum. Is that true or false? It's true. A pitch is higher than a drum. The high pitch, low pitch. So, yeah. All right, question 6. A soft sound suddenly becomes very loud. The cause of this could be that the instrument making the sound, A, is vibrating less, B, is moving away from you, C, is moving closer to you. Which one? It is moving closer to you, making the sound increase We also talked about the Doppler effect, but that affected a lot of pitch. All right, question 7. How does sound travel from its source to your ear? Why am I able to hear things? Energy causes an object to vibrate. The vibrating object sends sound waves through the air that travel to your ear. So energy is causing something to vibrate. You have an eardrum. The eardrum is able to sense the vibrations and is able to work through our brain to communicate the sound that we are hearing. All right, our last section that we're covering is light energy, something that we covered this week. We have a picture that is on your book. I couldn't find that picture, so you're going to have to look in your book. But this image shows, is it A, refraction, B, reflection, C, conduction? A, refraction. We see the light bending in that water. It's not bouncing back, it's bending, which is refraction. 9. Explain why a green computer looks green. I have not seen a green computer in a long time. I wonder why they didn't have leaf instead of computer. But anyways, so wavelengths that bounce off a green computer are green wavelengths. Other wavelengths of light may be absorbed when they reach the computer. So all of the other colored wavelengths are absorbed by the computer, but green wavelengths are reflected. So why computer? Could have chosen Apple. So many green things besides computer. All right, we're at another true or false section, so we're going to take the first one. Water is translucent. Is water translucent? Remember, we have transparent, translucent, opaque. Yes, false. Water is transparent. It's not like dyed water. It's water. So water is transparent. Light passes through water. Ah, I already flashed that one. Let's look at the second one. Steel is opaque. Opaque means light is reflected or absorbed by it. So yes, true. You cannot see through steel. And then finally, light travels in straight lines. True or false? True, it does. And we can see this with reflection and refraction. It's different from sound that way. All right, and question 11 says when light bounces off of Frederick's sunglasses, it is A, absorbing, B, reflecting, C, refracting, or D, dispersing. Which one do you think it is? It is reflecting. Bouncing is the key phrase. Reflect, bounce off. All right, we are going to continue with the study guide part 2 tomorrow. In the meantime, if you need to go back and get any questions that you missed, do that.